Hey curl friends, Petite Curly Girl here. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to accomplish my faux hawk or pony hawk because it involves a couple of ponytails. Let me tell you what tools you're going to need. A wave brush, it's a soft boar bristle brush, a rat tail comb, a paddle brush, a toothbrush, this edges or edge control paste from Curls. It says curl control paste, but I use it to lay my edges down. And for the ponytails, I like to use Goody ouchless rubber bands. Bobby pins definitely come in handy. I have a pack. And then, last but not least, clippies to clip your hair out of the way as you're going through the ponytails. You don't want to get any snags or any hair. Let's get started. Let me take out this bun here. I'm pretty much just going to brush it out to make sure that it's detangled. So the first thing you want to do is gather up the front of your hawk. So what I like to do is I make a U part with the front of my hair, but I leave the sides out because you want it to look as seamless as possible, as if you just threw your hair up in a hawk that way. It's going to be a few ponytails and you don't want to see any parts, so I'll show you how to accomplish that. So my first ponytail is going to be a U part in the front section. Kind of like that. And you don't want it to be too thick, and you definitely want to make sure that the sides are left out of it. Yeah. So before I actually put it in a pony, I'm just going to get it out of the way. So I like to separate all my ponytails out first before I actually make the actual ponytail. So then the third ponytail, you go behind your ear now to make that part to the top of your head. And try not to make it too thick. And then I'll turn around to do the rest so you can see the back. So I like to start from the back moving forward, so I'm just going to start making my ponytail with this one and move toward the front. So you want to brush the sides to kind of hide the parts, so that way when you have your hawk it just looks like a seamless hawk with no parts. Oh, as a side note also, you're going to want to get these ponies that you finished already out of the way. So just use a clip to clip them out of the way. So now to finish the front. So this is the top of your hawk, or at this point I like to apply a little bit of the edges, but you can also use like shea butter or anything that's kind of heavy that'll kind of weigh it down a little, but not overly. So I have my own shea butter mixed here. I'm just going to apply a little bit of that. And in my shea butter is coconut oil, olive oil, vitamin E, sweet almond oil, and jojoba oil. And some lime essence oil because I like the way the lime smells. I'm also going to put some of the edges in it because it'll slick it down. Not a lot. I don't even know if you can see how much I have on my finger. It's not a lot. And then just slick it to the sides so it gets all that hair. Then you want to brush it. So see, as I'm brushing, it's kind of hiding the parts. So I want to get a close-up so you can see that the parts are pretty much kind of hidden. So for the last pony, you don't want it too low, but you don't want it too high either. So for the front of my hawk, I kind of like it to hit the middle of my forehead, kind of like a bang. I like the way it kind of hangs in the front. so I don't put it all the way back, but it's your preference. If you don't want it to start there and you want the hawk to start here, then you can put the ponytail at the top of your forehead. So this is each individual pony. Alright, so now is when you're going to need your bobby pins. Now, at this point you're going to split each pony in 2 sections, and you're going to pin curl each section. So for each section you're going to need 2 bobby pins, one to put in the front and one to put in the back. So you split it in 2, pin curl like a finger roll, pin curl your hair to either side of the ponytail, and remember 1 bobby pin in back and another in the front, or up or under. So if you check it out, it kind of has like it's starting to form that hawk shape. So let's tackle these last 2, and then we can get to forming our hawk. So this hairstyle should take you no more than a half an hour to do. I mean, when you're first trying it out, you're gonna have to adjust it to see how many ponytails you need depending on the thickness of your hair or how you want it to be shaped. But in the real world, in real time, half an hour tops. And it's a great hairstyle for a night out on the town, a party. I've worn it to a wedding. I've even worn it to church. Oh, and I should also note, it can last you for a couple of days as well. It's not a hairstyle that you have to, it's not a one-day go, depending on how you sleep at night, or, you know, your methods of putting your hair away. But I'll show you how I do that as well. When I first started doing it, it took me like an hour to get it down, because I came out with the style out of nowhere. I wanted to hawk my hair so bad, and I didn't know of a way to do it to make it look the way I wanted it to. So, if you see, we're starting to have some type of shape. So what you do next is you fluff it out. Now remember, I told you you needed 1 pin in the front and 1 pin in the back, and it's for this reason. You're going to pull the curls apart and fluff them. So it starts kind of looking like a butterfly almost. And then you're going to kind of want to pull them to meet up with each other. So now, let's get some extra bobby pins, get closer, and we're going to kind of fix it a little bit. There's parts that are sticking out here. You want to fluff it out a bit more. There's like a little bit of hair sticking out here. Rather than go back and do that, I'm just going to pin it down. A seamless hawk. So then I like to just go back in with my brush on the sides a bit. I might add some more edges, just a little bit, not a lot, and just go over all the hairs that like to stick out. And this is where my toothbrush comes in handy because I can get in to places where the bigger brush cannot. And I can go and shape my sideburns. But voila ladies, that's how I do my faux hawk or pony hawk. Hope you like it. Please leave me comments and let me know what you think. Or tag me in your pictures of your faux hawk, pony hawk at Petite Curly Girl on Instagram. Thank you guys for checking out my toot. See you guys next time for something fresh.